Hi, and welcome back to the Six of Pentacles. So here we meet the card of giving and receiving. The scales can tip either way. Sometimes you can be the one that's receiving and needing a handout, or other times you can be the person giving that money to someone or sharing something. Both are necessary to attain spiritual growth. There was a friend sent through a message just earlier, and it was about a person who was looking at a pauper and he was trying to ignore him. And he felt compelled, he didn't want to, but he felt compelled to say, "Do you need help?" And as he said that to the man sitting on the street, and then the man said back to him, "Doesn't everybody?" And it really made him sit and feel into that. And he kind of thought, well, yeah, I do. It may not be money, but we all are in that position at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to be around money, but it's how we feel in terms of our self-worth. So this can be sparing time for someone. You know, can you give back to the community? Can you volunteer in some way? It's not about overdoing it, just giving what time you can spare. Or it could be time to reevaluate rates in your business or ask for a pay rise. Receiving back for your efforts, not overcharging or anything like that. It's just about how are you being of service and knowing that it's a fair exchange. And it's not that you're doing it out of shadow experience too if you're volunteering. It's for your inner light to shine. So you can't truly be of service until you know what you value deeply. Volunteering for animals, the elderly, homeless. How do you give selflessly and in return feel fulfilled? So that's the 6. Then we move into the 7. 7 of Pentacles, and all the 7's catalyst for change. So here it's time to press pause and take time to reconsider the next steps forward. So there's been that exchange of energy. You could be now, someone's invested in you and now you're wondering what to do next with that investment. You've put a lot of effort into your creation so far. You know, you've added the right amount of fertilizer to your garden, you've watered, you've tended the soil. However, it's just not ripe yet, not just yet. So it's about pausing and give yourself credit for all the hard work you've put in and just add those few minor touches to making the project just right. It might feel like life is stagnant in this card, but it's not. It's waiting for the ideal moment to thrive. This could also be about a new role being offered to you and even being headhunted. So it could even be the right time to propose, you know, waiting for the right time to propose to someone. And how these pentacles of all are still on the tree, this can also represent niching. So it could be in your business or in your career, how are you niching and fine-tuning the area that you now want to focus on? And once we've moved through the 7, we move into the 8. And here's dedication and hard work paying off. So all of the skills that you've acquired from the past, and now you're mastering something unique and aspirational. You can work on improving your skills and upskilling through study. This is a card about going back to study. It's about looking at longer term goals. So the 8 of Pentacles doesn't mean, it doesn't give up. It's really capable of working on its own, as all the 8s are. They're pretty independent. And it's a card of improving and tapping away, just tapping away and drilling down with your eye on the final masterpiece. It could be thinking about training for an event. So maybe it's a marathon and you're doing the hard yards, knowing that your time in training hasn't been wasted. It's the training that really matters, and this is what this card is. And then we move into the 9. So here you are at the starting line of the marathon maybe. You've maybe even completed a few events at this stage, and you know what you need to do right now. So all of those small steps have placed you here. There's nothing else you need to prepare for. So, you know, she could take the, what is that, off the bird's head, the mask, and tell that bird when to fly. It's a slow card because you can see the snail. So it represents something that's taken a lot of time to get here. And taking it back to a marathon, it takes a lot of time to get to the point where you feel like you can start at that starting point and, you know, run 42K. So it's also about being on your own but never feeling lonely, or being alone but never lonely, and really enjoying your own company. This card really does need its own nook in the world. So if you're in an environment where you don't get to sit and have your own space, that's what this card is asking you to do. And I often say sometimes it could be sitting behind a door if you haven't got a lot of room, but just putting something around you so that you can just focus in on what's important to you. And then when we create that space, we meet the 10. So, and this is abundance. It's, you know, a rich and rewarding life and sharing the benefits with family and friends. It's about legacy and what you want to leave behind. Maybe it's time to sell a family home and upgrade to something more affluent. It could be family reunions, a windfall, maybe a community involvement in some way. So here it shows you that you've completed a phase of life and you've built really strong bonds. Your company could be bought and you're now the major shareholder. So there's a lot of security here. It's an ideal time to meet a partner because this is a card of real commitment and something that can, you know, last a lifetime. So work engagements have you meeting people as well who enhance your life. So it's, yeah, enjoying the rewards of all your hard work. The shadow side of this can be being too much into money and too much into holding on to things. There is that fine line about, are they genuinely talking to each other in the room there, or are they so busy that they're just doing small talk? So again, there's always a shadow card, and that'll, you know, we'll get to the tying it all together section where we start to tie the stories of the cards and see how the surrounding cards influence this one and all the others. So yeah, now there's a snapshot of the Pentacles in terms of a business idea that you can have a look through. And the journal prompt is, how connected are you to your physical body? Do you feel comfortable in your skin? Do you appreciate it and nurture it? What physical activity could you include in your daily life to enhance the connection with your body? How do you talk to yourself about your body? So it could be starting, you know, a stretching routine or yoga. It could be going for a walk around the block and talking to your body. If you feel an ache or a pain, it's saying, hey, ankle, I feel you. You know, what is it you want to tell me? And as soon as you acknowledge a pain in your body, it will, what I find, it moves on. It just needs to be recognised. If you get a sore knee, you know, every part of our body reflects where we're at in our life. So it's a good gauge for where where we're moving towards. So pull a card and ask, what energy do I need to embrace and to enhance abundance and a healthy life? That's a big card to pull, but yeah, pull one on that, and I'd love to hear what you pull, and I can feed back to you and give you any support you need, which is the Pentacles. They love to support. So yeah, I'm here to help you with anything that you come up with. Thanks for taking all of this in. You've done so well. So next module is going to be the Major Arcana. So we'll break that down into 2 lots, from 1 to 10, and then from 11 to 21. So enjoy your week embracing the Cups and the Pentacles, and I'll see you next module.